So good evening, everybody. First of all, surely I'm a bit shocked because we had a very serious injury. I know this can happen in football, but it was really, really serious, and I just pray for him that it's not that serious. Our prayers are with our player, Abu Francis. We hope that he will get well soon. So first of all, I think congratulations to Japan. Good team, played well. We knew that they were very, very good in transitions. So it was important for us not to lose the ball whilst we're building up. Their counter pressing is very good. And it annoys me a little bit that we did this mistake to lose the ball in the build-up, and we know that they're very fast. Once they win the ball, the strikers are very, very fast in executing and good runs. So they were leading 1-0. It was, we have to say, it was deserved. They had in all more shots than we had. Ball possession was almost equal, but they had more shots on the goal. And so in all, it was a deserved win. But especially the first goal, I'm not so happy with because it was really, really decisive. And then surely they did well in the second half. They started again better with the goal, and I think we did well in the second half, but we weren't that dangerous in the final third. Also with our shots, they were mostly too central. I think the goalkeeper had to hold 3-4 balls, but they were not that precise. So in all, like I said, it's a deserved win for Japan. And we had a lot of young new boys, and surely we had a lot of work ahead of us, and we need to improve. Like I said, I think there are a lot of learnings. We really need to learn to get out of high pressing. Pressing was very good. We knew that it was going to happen, and for that we need to hold the ball better up front, surely, and then also be better on second balls, and especially when we have to play long. There we need to increase the intensity. So there were a lot of things, but also to get better positions in the pressing, to outplay the pressing. So there's a lot of things we saw today where we have to work on, and I know that the guys are young and they can learn. And we also, before that game, we had a lot of injuries. So there was a lot of new setup in our match and in our team. They rarely played together before, so we have I think some few more matches before the World Cup, and we want to use this to learn from our mistakes first of all, but also to unite more as a team, and to be up front also much more dangerous. For me, I don't know, was the central defender. So he really played well. Taniguchi, yeah. So he was very good. For me, really, really outstanding. But also surely the wingers, Kubo and Duan, we know them already. But they what they do is they create a lot of overload in the midfield, especially when they play and go into the midfield. It's difficult for our wingers to follow. There I wish that our sixers would close the gap more. But normally, also, if we press better at the front, then it's not that easy for them to get into the play. But what they did is they linked up with the midfield, played, went inside, and then went inside to create an overload. And this is difficult to defend. And they were very, very secure on the ball. And then they switched the play, and then they are both good 1-against-1. So if the other one drives inside and switch the play from Duan to Kubo, then Kubo can go 1-against-1, and the other on the other side as well. We managed it better in the second half, I have to say. But it's not that easy to win all the duels against both wingers. We switched the positions just because I could see that even though we didn't want to do this, Semenyo wanted to drop into the ball, and Taniguchi was always behind him, and it's difficult for a striker if you come towards the ball and the defender straight behind him. And I could see that our number 9, Brendan Asante, was doing more runs. So I wanted more runs. That's why I switched to both positions to make it a little bit more difficult for Taniguchi. And in the halftime, surely we had the time to talk about. Ideally, to be honest, I want more counter movements. So especially if he wants, as a striker, the ball in the feet, he should run deep first and then come. So it's more difficult to defend this. Or if he wants the ball in the space, he should come, turn, and then go. And this is more difficult to defend. And we didn't have this individual counter movement, but also we didn't have these counter movements with both players. Like maybe our number 9 will come, number 11 will go, or the other way around. And this is where we need to work on, especially when they play man against man, because Japan is taking a high risk normally to do this. They succeed with that, but we have to do better to get away with this. And in the second half, like I said, in general, we did better in the second half. We had this counter movements in the run. Then it's more difficult for the defender to defend if you come towards the ball and then you go, and you have a little advantage as a striker, and then you can control the ball better, and it's easier. And this is what we did better in the second half, to also get some better attacks where we had some shots on the goal. I think in general, I really appreciate the player, and you could see in general our stay here was very nice, because all the Japanese people are very polite. We had a good time here. It's not a normal thing. I really appreciate that the player also comes not only to our player to say sorry for what happened, but also comes to me as a coach. You can see this we don't take it for granted. You know, this kind of behavior, how I think it's a very good education here in Japan. And the players have said sorry. And I told him I really appreciate that he's coming, and this is also the sad part of football, that these things happen. Sometimes you go into a duel, sometimes too hard, sometimes it's also unlucky, and this is also part of football. And but I really appreciate that the player came, and I don't take it for granted. And like I said, for us this is part of football, and we hope that it's not too serious, but it doesn't look good, to be honest.